What was going on in your life as you were trying to launch Haven? I know we were talking about before we start recording resistance, like capital R resistance, coming in hot and trying to like throw things off course. So tell me a bit like what was going on before fully launching Haven.
A few, a few things were happening in my own personal life. 2019 was a particularly rough year. I was coming out of a marriage. Be a classic Nebraska boy. I got married real young, so around like 23, and I was married for about 8 years. And the beginning of 2019 was when that ended. Just a big transition for that year in the middle of trying to figure out Haven, and then still working at that time and on Physician Focused and trying to make that work with a small team, and then going through a divorce at that point, which all in all, compared to a lot of friends of mine, wasn't that bad. Like, it was fairly amicable. We didn't have children. We didn't own a house. She was in pharmacy school. I had just come out of school before that. And so we'd kind of been living this like college kid marriage type of scenario. So that's why partly it wasn't, the hardest thing to sort through. Some of like, there was no like legal battle, for instance, but the emotional toll of going through that. Like, I remember a lot of days where I would go to work and then I would come home and then I would have a call with like one person, like, okay, tonight I need to update my brother on the story and what's happening. And like, hey, there's been some changes. And then it would be 7:30 and I would be like, I am so emotionally wiped. Like, I'm going to bed. Like, I have no space for anything. I don't want to see a friend. I don't want to go have a beer. I'm just going to go to bed and sleep for 12 hours.
I definitely resonate with all of that because I also have been divorced and was, running Mission. And at times it was like so hard to focus because there's so many things going on. But then at other times I was like, it's nice I had something to focus on, like just build this company, grow it, do the thing you have to. And both sides are maybe not the most enjoyable at times, but also kind of helpful because it made you really focus and be like, okay, I just want to get out of this mindset right now. Let me shift over to work. And how did you kind of navigate that with your co-founders and, making it all work at the same time, making sure they understood like what not only you were going through, but then also that you were committed to building this company and to the Physician One, like so many things were going on for you.
Yeah. First off, welcome to the Better Life Club. That's what I oddly had several other friends going through it at the same time. And so we kind of dubbed it the Better Life Club because it's just freaking hard. Every day when you're going through it, it's hard. Like, there was moments where I even like wrote on my hand one day to remind myself, like, just take it one day at a time. Because if I think about anything more than that, it's so overwhelming and so just like this heavy weight that it's almost unbearable. And I adopted the Better Life Club because we're like, hey, as we're going through this, as we're realizing how hard this actually is to break this off, to take all of those years and the emotions and everything that comes with it. And some of them had even more, and some of them had some kids. And as we were all kind of working through it, we're like, we're doing it though because we believe, and we have to believe that we weren't happy, and that is a consistent thing that we felt to make this choice. And we believe that there's something better, and we're going to hang on to that every day when it's super hard, when you just want to give up, when you're done with it all and you're like, maybe I should have stayed, but instead like holding on to the idea that there's something better.
Yeah, that support system. I mean, crucial when you're going through, honestly, anything. I mean, whether it's divorce,
Yeah.
whether it's building a business, having co-founders, like just having a support system around you who can remind you of things like that when you can't remind yourself is like, yeah, just crucial in almost everything in life.
Yeah. My co-founders, one of them is my older brother and one of them is one of my really good friends. And so really, really, understanding of what I was going through, knew a lot of the details of what I was going through more than, a lot of other friends because I was so close to them. So they had a lot of grace, and that's something that we've kind of built into the company throughout, and something that we've grown with is grace for each other. My older brother has 4 kids. He has a full-on family, and our other co-founder has had some of his own like personal life stuff going on, moving to New York right as the pandemic started, and then basically being alone in a city for a year. Yeah, when he was kind of expecting like it to be, the best thing ever. Like, you're moving to New York, like, let's go. And then just kind of feeling the weight of that. And so we've definitely built in this idea of giving each other a lot of grace for those moments. Like, we're in a startup, so we still need to work hard, but there's a lot of limitations to that. And so we're kind of bucking some of those, I think, older and outdated, stagnant traditions of like, work hard at all costs and burn yourself out.
Yep. Yeah. Got to have that longevity and have long-term thinking around not only yourself, but
Mhm.
also your employees, your co-founders, like anyone you're
Yeah.
working with. It's like, I'm pretty sure if this person has to take off a week or two, it's okay. Like in the
Yeah.
long term, if our company cannot survive because someone's out of office for 2 weeks, like something might just be wrong in general
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
Hey, thanks for watching. This segment was made possible by our friends at Salesforce Commerce Cloud. If you're looking for the #1 platform for all your commerce needs, go check out salesforce.com/commerce. And don't forget to subscribe below and tap that little bell icon so you can stay on top of all the amazing new segments and full episodes that we'll be putting out over the coming year with some of the best and most influential commerce leaders out there.